Hello friends, welcome to RAS Civil Services. Friends, for over 20 years, we have been helping RAS and UPSC aspirants just like you succeed. Our RAS means test series has been very successful with many of our questions got fetched in actual exams in last RAS means examination and before that examination. So we remain immensely successful in terms of mains examination test series, and before that we have been running prelims test series also. But now, since I am excited to bring you a new preparation module with three letters or three key parts, that is the LMT series. This is an acronym. L stands for the lectures, M for the study material, and T for the test series. This LMT series is basically what you will get: videos, lectures covering the full length or full syllabus, study material in both Hindi and English medium, as we have seen many of the students are facing dearth or deficiency of material, study material, especially in English medium, especially in Rajasthan. And that's why we are providing lectures in English and Hindi medium both, study material in Hindi and English, and then we'll conduct test series. T stands for the test series, which is designed to match the previous exam patterns. With my experience of more than 20 years, I can assure you, friends, if you stick with this program, and I am confident you will ready to answer at least 120 questions out of 150 questions. That is my experiences, I'm telling you. So let's get started. But before we start, before you start preparing for RS exam, it is important to understand a bit of few key concepts. First of all, this since this RS notification is out 2 or 3 days back, it is expected that the exam would be conducted in December or January, somewhere in December 24 or January 25. So if we count that, this leaves us with the roughly 4 months for prelims examinations. If we multiply 30 days with 4, we get 120 days. And if you go by the syllabus, next we are going to discuss the syllabus. If you go by the syllabus, we have more than 300 to 350 topics to cover in prelims exam in such a short time. So we need to study effectively. Our performance should be very efficient and maximize our output in a minimal time. So the need of the hour is we have to prepare ourselves in such a manner that in this given time period we have to get ourselves with the maximum or optimal output of ourselves. Friends, if we look at the RAS syllabus, which is basically a new syllabus, actually the term of reference is for from 1990 to 93. We will discuss about 30 years of the patterns of examination in our next videos. But for your awareness or for your knowledge, I would like to bring you a notice that in 2013 RAS, the syllabus was completely comprehensively changed by the RPSC. So year 2013 is a basically watermark. Prior to 2013, total number of questions were asked in prelims exam was 100 questions, but after 2013 the number of questions increased by 50. That is, now we have 150 questions since 2013. The question primarily comes from 7 segments. Total 7 segments are asked in prelims examination. That is history and culture, this polity, this economics, geography, science and technology, then current affairs, and then maths and reasoning. So the total gamut of or the total prelims examination is composed of 7 segments, and we will start our video lectures from first number of segment, that is history and culture, which we will discuss in later videos. But today we will discuss only the syllabus, what comes in the syllabus and how we have to cover the syllabus. What syllabus is given in the RPSC website, we have break down that syllabus in student friendly manner, and we would discuss how many questions been asked from 1992. Since 1992, how many questions been asked from these different segments starting from 1992. Now, our preparation should be structured, or it should be in that manner, in such a way that we also partially preparing for the mains examination alongside our prelims preparations. So our motto is we have to take our optimal output of the days, which is around 120 days to 130 days in 4 months. 4 months, or if we are expecting prelims examination to be conducted in January 25. Therefore, the need of the hour is we have to prepare ourselves in a such a way that we can take our maximum output by utilizing these days. If we multiply 120 days with 10 hours per day study, which I consider is the maximum highest study one can do in a day, so we have around 1200 hours in our hand. In that 1200 hours, we have to cover the whole syllabus. We have to revise at least 2 or 3 times, and then we have to take test series, and we have to mug up all the important facts. And our approach should be in such a way that we can at least we can achieve 120, 115 to 120 questions, short out of 150 questions. So friends, we will start with the syllabus. Since I will earlier I mentioned that our total syllabus is covered in or is encompassed in total 7 segments. The first segment is history and culture. So I have break down the syllabus in such a way that you can understand it easily. The first part is that is the history, culture, literature, tradition, heritage of Rajasthan. The first part, basically this syllabus has 4 quadrants. One is Rajasthan, one is India, one is history, and one is culture. So the history and culture of history of Rajasthan, history and culture of Rajasthan, history of India, culture of India is being covered. So 4 segments are covered in this segment, and this part is the most ticklish and most cumbersome. Most of the students who are not from Rajasthan or who have not prepared for any other RPS examination, who have been preparing for SSC, banks, POs, and railways and UPSC, they are not aware with the facts and this facts and figures of the Rajasthan GK. So for them to prepare for RPSC examination, especially for RS, the most cumbersome part is the history and culture, because the output and if I go by the proportion of the output, this is the most toughest part of our preparation. That's why we would start our preparation from this very segment, that is the first segment, one by one. But first of all, we will just cover the how this syllabus is arranged and how we have break down this. The first is the history of Rajasthan. So history of Rajasthan starts from the prehistoric sites, then historic site. What is the meaning of the prehistoric? They will discuss in length and breadth, and after the videos to come in after 2 or 3 videos. So this is the historical Rajasthan, then culture of ancient Rajasthan, then political, how many dynasties ruled over the India down the line since historical period, the Gohilas, the Pratihar, the Chauhanas, Parmaras, Rathod, Sisodias, Kachwahas. Then how their medieval system, the medieval Rajasthan had their administrative system, the revenue system. How the modernity came in Rajasthan, especially with the arrival of Britishers, and this how social awakening during the British period happened in 19th and 20th centuries. The political awakening, the tribal and peasant movements, the tribal and farmer movement, the Prajamandal movement, which was the virtual basically freedom movement of Rajasthan, since Rajasthan lies in those time native states. It was not a direct movement; it was a movement against the princely rulers, which is called the Prajamandal movement. We will discuss in length and breadth. And that is a last part of the history of Rajasthan is the integration of Rajasthan, which is the very important part. After history of Rajasthan, the second quadrant is the culture of Rajasthan, which is the architecture, which covers the temples, forts and palaces and the water architecture, then various schools of paintings, handicrafts across the Rajasthan, different types of arts, which is the performing art. Performing art is the music, dance, instruments, dances, folk dramas, then literature and languages, which is the dialects of Rajasthani literatures, folk literature, then religious life, different religious communities, how different religions, norms and rituals are being observed in our the state, saints and sects of Rajasthan, folk deities of Rajasthan, like different sects like Vishnoi sects, Jasnati sects, Laldasi sects, and the social life of India, of Rajasthan, or the folk of Rajasthan, how different fairs are observed, festivals are celebrated, how social customs and traditions, attires and ornaments are. So different questions are asked from the different aspects that we will discuss later. And leading personalities of Rajasthan, I have seen from 1992 not many personalities being asked, but since it is the last topic of Rajasthan culture, it becomes very important. Then the third quadrant is the Indian history. Indian history starts from the ancient India, not the prehistory, and the pre and medieval, and then the cultural part of the history, that is the Indus Valley, Vedic civilization, and the different religions in 6th century BC. Then different dynasties, Mauryas, Kushanas, Satavahanas, Gupta, Chalukya, Pallava, Cholas, and art and architecture of that time, especially literature is the most asked part of the ancient India is the architecture and the literature. We will see in previous year's questions, which we will discuss in the next video. Then the medieval period, there is the Sultanate period, mostly the Sultanate rulers and their administrative setup is generally asked. Then Vijayanagar Empire, Krishnadeva Raya, etc. asked. Then Mughal Empire, although the Rajput, Afghan and Deccan and Maratha relations of with the Mughals is mentioned, but most of the questions are asked from the art and architecture, music and religion. Then modern India starts, it's a evolution of modern India, how nationalism started, political awakening started, intellectual awakening started, role of press, Western education, social reforms. All these things are mentioned in our syllabus. And then the freedom struggle, how its different phases from moderates to extremists, and then from Gandhian era, different sessions of Indian National Congress. All these are mentioned in our this syllabus. Now, if we go by the total number of questions being asked, we have given the number of questions in this X plus Y manner. X is for the Indian history and Y is from the Rajasthan segment. So, if we start from 1992, around 30 years back, our term of reference is very vast, so that we can understand the pattern of the question being asked in last 30 years in RAS examination. In 1992, the question out of 112 question being asked, 3 from Rajasthan, 9 from India. In next year, 26 question asked, 17 from Indian GK and Indian culture, and Indian history and Indian culture, and 9 from Rajasthan history and culture. If we go by the pattern, 13, 25, 19, 21, 23, 18, 23, 22, 20, 20. So up to 2012, from 1992 to 2012, out of 100 question, at least 15 to 18 question every RS prelims we have seen. So it means the percentage is around 15%, plus minus 2. So Indian history and Indian culture, Rajasthan history and Rajasthan culture combinedly constitute 15% of total question being asked in prelims exam. And after 2013, when syllabus was changed, we see 22, 25, 26, 24, 23, 26. So out of 150 questions, this also comes at around 15%. So 12 to 15% question every prelims exams being constituted by history and culture questions. So this I myself this calculated the whole this data. So it's a foolproof data. There is no question in of any validity of this data. The second segment of the prelims exam is the geography. Again, the geography is divided into 3 parts: Indian geography, world geography, and Rajasthan geography. So first come to world geography. The major landform, mountains, plateaus, plains, deserts are asked. Then major rivers, industrial sections, environmental issues, which is very important. The second segment is Indian geography. Again, major landforms, monsoon, rivers, lakes, crops. It means basically geography is divided into 3 parts: physical geography, economic geography, and human geography. Then in Indian geography, world geography, and Rajasthan geography. In that way, it has total 9 quadrants. But we will not go in detail. When we will discuss this geography, we will discuss in detail. So again, this economic geography, major minerals of India, and the power resources and industrial regions. Then geography of Rajasthan, this which is very important. Again, physical geography, then economic geography, then industrial geography, which comes in this economic geography, then human geography. So if we go by the total number of questions being asked in previous years examinations, you will see the maximum number of questions are asked from the portion of geography. If we go by 1992, total 21 out of, now if you see the number of questions is the total number of percentage, since before 2013 the total number of questions were 100, so the total number of question is the percentage also. The 21%, 20%, 21%, 28%, 26%, 31% huge, 30% huge, 38% huge, 28%. Now you see if any person who is very conversant and is very capable in geographical knowledge can easily clear prelims exam solely on the basis of the knowledge of geography in year 2003. Again 21, 34, 28 in 2013. After 2013, we'll see the number of question is again in 20s, 28, 22, 20, 21, 26. So that way, it is more than 15% of the total question being asked. So geography and history constitutes a very significant part. If you have to clear prelims exam easily without giving any hindrance that hindsight whether I will be capable of clearing that or should I prepare for mains examination, you have to be very conversant. You have to be very capable in geography and history and culture of India and Rajasthan. That is for sure. The third segment is polity, which is also divided into 4 segments: Indian constitution, political system and governance, and then Rajasthan portion. The first is the Indian constitution part, second is Indian political part, and third is the political and administrative system of Rajasthan, political system and administrative. So there are 4 quadrants, and if you go by the total number of questions, is again prior to 2013 there were some negligible number of questions being asked in politics: 6, 8, 3, 3, 7, 7, 2, 2, 4. The total number of questions were very less in politics. But since 2013, we have seen a phenomenal change in the number of questions asked from this segment: 21, 21, 18, 24, 24, 25. Therefore, in 2023, the last prelims examination, total number of questions asked from this segment was 25, 15 from Rajasthan polity, 10 from Indian polity. And if we go by the empirical observation, if we go by the previous year questions since 2013, the most tough part is in terms of the degree of toughness of question is from this polity. Polity questions are very tough. I must not say, but I'm saying this is a weird question. Most of the weird questions are asked from Indian polity part. I don't know who frames the questions, but if we compare with the questions of the political question from the political segments in UPSC, you will see the huge range of questions, the huge variety of questions in UPSC, which is not so in Rajasthan, unfortunately. But if you have to prepare, you have to prepare. 15 question generally asked from 15 to 13 question, 10 question Rajasthan political system, which is very less in content. So the output would be better in preparation of Rajasthan polity, which we would discuss later when the turn of political segment will come. Fourth segment is economy. Again, this part is having 2 parts. Indian economy. Indian economy is having also 2 parts: basics of economy and Indian economy. So these are basic concepts, how macro and microeconomics are dealt in how monetary policy, public policy, this fiscal policy, taxation, growth and development, accounting is asked, or then Indian economic development since independence, how different sector, industrial, agriculture and trade, the tertiary sectors are performing, major economic problems, liberalization since 1991, July 1990, how we adopted LPG, human resource development, HDI, happiness index, poverty, unemployment, all these segments are of Indian economy. Then economy of Rajasthan, which is generally asked from the economic review, which is being published by government of Rajasthan prior to presenting the budget every year, which is this economic review published by the government of Rajasthan is considered as the most authentic data being presented by the government, since therefore the maximum questions are asked from the Rajasthan economic review, which is very productive, and output of this portion is very huge and very high. Now if we see the last year questions, again you will see prior to 2013 the number of questions were rarely very high, although in 1992 15 questions were asked, but you will see single digit question 7, 15, 14, 7, 10, 12, 4, 7. So it was around 10% plus minus 2. But after 2013, number of questions, except 2015, number of questions were around 20. So again, it is 10 to 12% of total questions. Economy is very simple. We will deal in very detail when its turn will come. Then the fifth portion is the science and technology. Again, it has 3 branches: science, basic science; technology, that is the technological part; and third is the in terms of Rajasthan, what is. So basically the science again, biology, geography and biology, physics and chemistry; everyday science, computer science, defense technology, space technology, nanotechnology, biotechnology, genetic engineering, food nutrition, blood groups, health care, diseases, contagious, non-contagious, infection, non-contagious, genetic diseases, environmental science, biodiversity, agriculture. Then S&T, science and technology in Rajasthan. If we go by the total number of questions, again it is around 21, 18, 22, 13, 17. But our main focus should be after 2013. You will see around 20 questions, that is around 8 to 10% of questions are being asked from this segment, science and technology. Most of the questions are asked from NCERT books and the basics of technologies, which are being discussed in any of the notes. We will discuss in detail. The sixth portion is the reasoning and mental ability. Again, this portion is divided into 3 parts. One is the logical reasoning, then mental ability, and then the basic numeracy. This portion was added after 2013. Therefore, we have to consider the trend only after 2013. 18, 25, 20, 20, 20, consistently 20 questions out of 20 question out of 150 question are being asked. So it means it covers around 12 to 13% of the total question asked in prelims exam. Then current affairs, which is also very important. So the current affairs is the major current events and issues related to Rajasthan, India, and of international importance. Person in news, places in news, institution in news, and games and sports. So these are the segments which is clearly RPSC in its syllabus clearly mentioned what should be the current topics we would deal in our preparation. So if we take by 1992, our reference take by 1992, total number of question is huge. After 2013, it's a 14, 20, 22, 19, 21, and then 18 question. Again, like science and technology, it covers 10 to 12% of the total questions. So this was all about syllabus and how we have to prepare. Our pitch would be our syllabus, because out of syllabus question are not entertained by RPSC, and we have to take a reference of the previous year's questions. So our next video would be on previous year questions. What are the trends of the question? What are the important segments of questions? Important topics which are asked repeatedly, and there are many topics which are not asked in last 30 years. So we would focus on the base of the priority manner, the preference. What questions are given precedence or priority by RPSC, we would do first that. So our next video would be on the trend analysis, and after that we will discuss the first portion. We will start for the first portion. Every lecture would be followed by study material both in Hindi and English medium, and then the respective tests, so that you can test yourself how your preparation is going. This is for preparation, how we have to get started, how we have to kickstart our preparation. Friends, we have very less hours in our hands, so we have to prepare from now. You just mug up the syllabus. The fundamental of preparation is you have to go through the syllabus, and you must mug up the whole syllabus. Unless you are not mugging up, or you are not learn by heart this syllabus, you cannot perform in prelims examination. So this is for today. We will discuss next thing, previous year question trends, in our next video. Thanks, friends.